Hi, Vanessa King here, Head of Psychology for Action for Happiness, and I'm here to launch Joyful June, which of course kicks off next week. So our human brain is naturally more focused on problems and issues. I mean, that it evolved because that helped us survive as a species. And of course, it's important not to ignore issues. And, some of us will be experiencing difficulties or challenges or having a tough time. But there are psychological and physiological benefits that can come from also noticing what's good, however small. But sometimes we have to train our brain to do that. So this month's tips are all about things that can help our brain to also notice and squeeze more out of the things that go right. So number one tip, which you might want to try this month, is celebrating your tiny day-to-day achievements. Now, many of us are terribly tough on ourselves, focusing on the things we don't do well or never feeling that what we do is enough. So this month, notice the myriad of tiny things that you do well or the things that you do get done, and practice each time you notice it. Have a little moment, a little micro moment of private personal celebration. So instead of focusing, for example, on what's still on your to-do list, reflect back on the things that you actually did get done. Yes, I got that phone call done today, and yes, I sent that email, and yes, I finished that report, or yes, I did my housework, or whatever it is. Celebrate. Nobody needs to know that you're doing those celebrations, but studies show that when we kind of create those little personal celebrations, it can actually help us build the positive sort of habits that can help contribute to having feeling happier and actually feeling more healthy and productive. So that's our first tip today. The second tip is work on catching joy from others. Now, this is about feeling or sharing in other people's joy. Now, we're more associated when we think of things like empathy, and that's about sharing in or being able to sense or feel another person's suffering. But studies show that when we can share in another person's joy or feel sort of positive empathy for them, that actually activates the reward centres in our own brain, and that helps us feel good. So, and it can actually make us even more motivated and to take action to help others too. So it's a feel good for us, and it can have a positive ripple effect out. So that's practicing catching joy, sharing in others' joy. So look out for others experiencing joy or positive things and feel good for and with them. And the third tip, very simply, is finding a way to create a jolt of joy or a pocket of playfulness each day. So that could be pausing to notice some beauty around you. It could be taking time to watch a heartwarming or a funny video. It could be taking time to ring up a friend or get in contact with someone that you always feel good after speaking to. Or maybe putting on a piece of joyful or uplifting music. You might even want to dance too. So that's about creating a jolt of joy and a pocket of playfulness. And remember, at the end of the day, or maybe the end of the week, reflect back on some of the joys, the joyful, playful moments you've experienced, because that also helps you kind of relive those, feels good, and you kind of squeeze more out of those moments. So the 3 tips for this month are celebrate, have your kind of little moments of micro celebrations of your tiny micro achievements each day. Notice other people moments of joy and feel joyful for and with them. Practice that, and then create a jolt of joy or a pocket of playfulness in your day. So we'd love to hear how you get on any of our social media channels, share on Facebook or in our app or on under YouTube. So we'd love to hear how you get on, but I hope you have fun and enjoy those tips this month, and look forward to being with you again next month. Take care.